Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. So yesterday, break and hold above 38k could trigger the move to 42k. Basically, we didn't get the break and hold above 38k. This was where we got up to in yesterday's video, and as you can see, we were basically rejected at the underside of the resistance area. So there you go, rejection. And we have then come back down to our previous support, which is where we're currently at now. Downside support to hold on the 4-hour closing basis at 35k. So downside support to hold on a 4-hour closing. So basically, for the downside support to hold, that is it. We need to basically hold the closing, this level on a 4-hour closing basis. So we'll actually delete this now, and we'll maybe put some new text in there today. But yeah, as you can see, that's where we are currently at the moment. We are currently looking to hold this low, and obviously nothing to say as of yet. We can't break down, get down to this 33 level, but at the moment we've obviously got a low, a higher low, and well, we've not confirmed a low here at all yet, but if we did confirm it here, another higher low. And yeah, I mean, Bitcoin, then you would expect to at least have another go at this 38k level. And yeah, then it's a case of, does it break it or does it get rejected? At which point we would probably, if we came back down, we'd probably lose this area and we'd be looking at some lower levels. But there's a clear tightening formation here. As you can see, I won't draw it in, I won't kind of mess the chart up a bit, but yeah, it's a clear tightening, a clear symmetrical triangle forming here. So generally speaking, they are continuation patterns and the trend is to the upside. Obviously that's just generally speaking, statistically more likely to break to the upside, but obviously it can break any way it so chooses. But yeah, so not too much to look into Bitcoin, because we're just in a tightening, consolidating range, awaiting basically direction. And when obviously we pick a direction, then we can pretty much expect to move in that direction. So let's have a look at one of the most exciting charts, Bitcoin dominance. As you can see, we had our descending triangle drawn. We lost basically the we lost the base. So we are well, proceeding our way down quite nicely. So we've been having some phenomenal moves in some altcoins. As you can see, we have got the projected target of down here in this trend line. So I mean, there's various levels of slight confluence you can see looking across, but realistically, this would be the main level. I think this trend line here, and you guys know I normally prefer horizontals to trend lines, but I kind of think in this case this trend line is actually quite compelling. So I probably would look to that, and also it did coincide with the projected target of the breakdown of this descending triangle. So yeah, like I said, we could be getting some more fun time for alts, and then they will probably play out a bounce here. It's just a case of what sort of a bounce is it. Is it a bounce that results in a reversal, or is it just a bounce and then we come low, take it out, get back in there? And obviously if that does happen, alts can go absolutely crazy. So over to my main alt chart. As you can see, we did the text. Theory is trading sideways in this range. Above or below should basically give us acceleration to the upside. So see if I can get rid of that now. There we go. And as you can see, we have closed a number of candles now, number of 4-hour candles above this level. So are we awaiting acceleration on this 9? Are we just trading sideways into this 9 and then we're going to blast through once we invalidate it? We shall have to see. But this is looking good. We actually are basically holding above any candle closures we've had in this price action block. And obviously looking to try and take out some of these wicks. So yeah, if we do that, obviously we've got a few interim targets here. But yeah, we would realistically, larger time frame, be hoping for a tap of the top of the channel that we were previously in, that we dropped out of. So yeah, as you can see, there is the top of that channel. Maybe a sorts of inverted head and shoulders, you can see here. We'll just we'll have a little bit of an indulgence in what basically sort of price where it could get us. We'll just have to obviously turn that around a bit. Yeah, I mean, that could literally get us above here, which would get us above all these levels. Not this will be the most efficacious pattern, but you squint, you can see it. But yeah, getting above here though is obviously above this high here, above this price action here. And would be very significant, and if we did, I think that would mean we would come and tap this top of this trend line. That would be the logical progression from there. So tentatively, things looking good for the Ethereum BTC pairing, and obviously by extension Ethereum itself. So yeah, above, closing, holding above here as we are, and then progressing to the upside. We could get definite acceleration from here. We could draw the we've got basically a potential, well, it is a bull flag, isn't it? And that itself has a target deep into this territory that we're talking about. So we could be having some fantastic Ethereum move to around $2,000. Hey, pretty soon. You might think such a large cap altcoin can't move that quick, but if you just kind of look at some of the things, well, to be honest, Bitcoin itself has been doing the largest cap coin. Obviously not an altcoin, but even Polkadot, the ridiculous moves that's been going on, and that is a large cap coin, well up there on the listings of large coins, large cap coins. So yeah, these guys can certainly get moving, and Ethereum can certainly get moving. So don't rule out a move up to here, and anywhere between like 2 and 3, maybe even 4K Ethereum, if that is to play out. So yeah, let's now quickly go over to look at the stochastics, see what they are telling us. Are they gonna give us any indication of a breakout? Are they gonna pick price action up here, and give us some upside impetus? As you can see, for our looking week here, again, looked like it wanted to turn up. Well, it did turn up, but has subsequently turned back down. So pretty much a bearish read on that one. 10 hour, I suspect these are yeah, I was going to say, I suspect these have turned back over now, and as they have, so yeah, 10 hour did have a move up. It did only put in a lower high, and now he's moving back down again. So this is obviously not a good sign. This is not a good sign for continuation to the upside. 12 hour has turned over as well. Had a move up, didn't get continuation on that move, has turned back over. And daily is still sort of trying to decide what it's going to do. You can see on the daily we have got this trend line coming in here. So if we can turn back up here, that would be obviously in line with obviously this trend line starting in September last year. So yeah, I mean, this could be this is obviously a larger time frame than obviously 10 hour, 12 hour, and 4 hour. But yeah, if daily can turn back up from here, it could maybe give us some impetus, but then impetus. But yeah, if we then look at the 2 days diving, got a room to run, 3 day coming down, 5 day coming down, weekly coming down, bi-weekly is turned back down, and monthly looking to potentially turn back down. So that is this confluence of these higher indicators. It is a warning flag. Obviously, in bull runs, and we can stay at these levels. We can stay at elevated levels for a while. So it's not in itself an indication of the end of the bull run by any stretch of the imagination. But it's just a red flag. Just to be even if it is to in bull runs, stochastics at the highs and starting to turn back down, they usually in a bull run are just bullish resets, and price action will trade sideways, roughly sideways, whilst they come down. So we could just see actually prolonged sideways based on these longer time frame indicators. If you want to rule out the possibility of the end of the bull market and going into a new bear market, rule out that possibility, then what you're left with is sideways basically whilst these reset. And maybe that is what the altcoin markets are seeing. They are now seeing larger, longer time frames sideways for Bitcoin, and that is why they are reacting in the fashion that they are. So yeah, that does play into the narrative of yeah, potential yeah, altcoin season. I mean, it does really feel like we're there. I mean, some of these altcoins are going absolutely insane. So so yeah, that's basically what we are potentially looking at. So are the Bitcoin maximalists going to start getting out of this this asset and finding their ROI elsewhere? Yeah, potentially. We have got a lot of indications of sideways. We did kind of say potentially like the 40 to 30k region roughly, just trade between there sideways for a prolonged period. No dramas there. Consolidation at the highs, and eventually blast our way up to where about 60k. Yeah, that would be perfectly fine. As you can see, it does fit the personality of Bitcoin. You can see sideways for a prolonged period and then blast on upwards. I mean, even a short time frame sideways here and then blasting on upwards. Sideways. Bitcoin likes to trade sideways, then have its big moves, trade sideways, and have its big moves. And it has been on a very big extended move here, so we could expect basically sideways within a larger range than normal, because we've come on a larger move. So yeah, between 30 and 40k sideways whilst altcoins going mental. Does not to me seem like it is beyond the realms of possibility. So yeah, that is it, guys. I will publish this chart to TradingView today. This is an interesting one. So I'm sort of rotating through some of my charts rather than just posting the Bitcoin one every day. But yeah, thank you for listening, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.